Hello everyone, welcome to 123 Simply Craft. I'm Mary Lou, Stampin Up Demonstrator in Australia. I post a video every Friday, so if you like my videos, please subscribe and click on the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. For this week video, I would like to make a very unique and different card, and we'll be using the beautiful, wonderful world. Is one of the new stamp set from Celebration. They will be free for customers on the 1st of July till the 31st of August. I can't show you the book inside as yet because it'll be on the 1st of July when I can do that. But I can show you the stamp set, which is, I think, is beautiful flowers, and with the designer paper. So with this free gift, you get the stamp and designer paper, and the designer paper is gorgeous. Let me show you. You have this one, that's gorgeous, and the back as well. This is called Beautiful Images that you can fussy cut, and I love the back of it as well. This is awesome. I love this one, and the nice yellow stripes on the back. This is the one I'll be using today. Then you have this sort of lively color. It's beautiful, and little tiny flowers on the back. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Ugh, just very, very pretty. So we're gonna be using this paper. So we're gonna make this card or different color. Just I'm gonna change it a little bit. It looks like a book. When you open it, it's just a card. It's very simple to do, but it gives you the illusion of a book. And I got another sample to show you at the end of this video, but I hope you enjoy this. It's something different, and I think you will really like to make this. It's very, very simple. So, okay. So we'll be using this stamp set. Now, I'm actually making a nice large card, but you can make it on any size you like, but I'm using 5 by 7. So this is 10 by 7 by 10, and then I cut it in half. So that will give you the 5. So I already done that. So let's fold that. Make sure that it's nice and even. And the cardstock that I'm using is Rich Raspberry. Then we'll need a piece of designer paper, which is 6 1/4 by 4 1/8. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so pretty. So that's the designer paper. Then we need the insert for inside of the card that is 6 by 4 3/4. Then we need another small strip for the spine of the book, which is 5/8 of an inch by 7 1/8. And then we're gonna cut that on an angle, but I'll show you how to do that. We need some scraps so we can do some stamping, and we need a frame. Now on the first one, I use the oval shape. For this one, I'm gonna use a different one, and I got the shape from the new Fabulous frame die cuts. And also for the little hinges, can you see the hinges? For the little hinges, I use the top of the birdhouse dies, and I use that top bit, and I use this tiny little die here. So I use that and that. So let's begin the card. So let's get rid of all this for a second. Okay, to begin, what I done is I actually made a template to cut. If you don't want to make a template, you just measure 3/4 of an inch from here and 3/4 of an inch from here. But I find that if you get a bit of hard cardboard, and I done 2 different sizes, because you can make different sizes. So this is a 1/2 inch corner. So what you do in a square like that, you measure from the corner 1/2 inch here, and you measure from that corner 1/2 inch here, and then you cut it across, which is what I done on this side. And if you want a 3/4, again, you measure 3/4, 3/4, and then cut across, which is what I done here. So we're gonna be making a cut that is 3/4, but I find it easier this way. I only measure one, I keep my template, and then I can make as many cuts as I want whenever I want without any measuring. So what I do for doing that, I just get my template, because it's nice and steady. So, you know, this is, I got it from, you know how sometimes on the back of the cardstock, on the designer paper, it comes with some chipboard, so you can just do that. So see, I measure straight line here, just nice and straight here, and nice and straight here. Then I get my scissors, make sure it's nice and straight, nice and straight. I hold it, and then, because this is thick, I can just go and cut the corner. Now I grab the same corner and I do on the opposite corner here, which is where the fold is. Again, even on this side, even on that side. Now I got one cut here and one cut here. So now I'm gonna get my card and I'm gonna open the card, and then where the score line is, I position this to my score line, right on the score line. Yep, and nice and flat here to make sure it's nice. Whoop, let's just move a bit, just like that. And I'm gonna cut from here. Oh, this is a bit too big, hold on. Okay, like that. And I'm gonna cut from here to the edge, just like that. Okay, so you can see I just made a cut from the score line using my template. Put my template away. Now I'll get my ruler and my knife. Let me move this paper because I don't want to cut the paper, of course. And now to make it super easy to have a straight line, see if I can put it on frame here, yeah. I go from that corner to this corner. So I put my ruler from that corner there to this corner here. So I know I got a straight line. That corner to that corner. And I'm going to cut with my knife from there to where my end of that cut that I did with the scissors. That's it. And if you didn't cut all the way, because I never want to go past it, I just cut it like that. There. Put the roller away. It's cut. Get my paper so you can see better. There we go. And now we just cut that section. So when you close it, it looks like that. All right. Now to give the impression of the book, I get my scoreboard. And I line up this point. See, you can see I have a black line on my scoreboard. So I make sure that this is nice and, let me move this, nice and straight on the top. I lined up that corner into the groove. Make sure that this little corner here is the same, nice and that, and then I'll just score from there all the way down on the inside of the card, because then when you close the book, you got that impression. Can you see? Now it looks like a book already, isn't it? And while I got this with me, I want to make sure that I put line here so it look like pages of my book. So now I'm gonna score from the wrong side, and I know this is where the groove is. Let me put it this way because no, do it this way. Go like that, and now I'm gonna make little grooves on here. Every 1/8 of an inch I make groove, and they don't have to begin or start from there. Now when you look on there, it looks like little pages. See? I may do one more. I think I do one more. like that. Okay, and I'll show you what it looks when you see. So then when we put a bit of color, it looks like the pages of the book. Now I'm gonna change the design a little bit for this one, so it doesn't look the same. All right. There we go. All right, now we're gonna get this spine of the book, which it was 5/8 by 7 and 1/8. And I'm gonna put it in here. But to make it easy to cut these angles, because we already got a template, we just have to cut this a little bit. So what I'll do is I line that, put this nice and flat here, and hold it like that. Make sure that I see the point, and I just cut it. And I done that one. See, super easy, because I already got the what you call it, the template. It makes it easier. I just grab a pencil, and on the bottom one, I'm just gonna put a little mark here so I know where to line up this. Go like that, and I know it's got to end here because I put a pencil mark on it. I line it up, hold it, cut, and now it's perfect. There we go. All right, so let's attach that, the spine of the book. We put it here. It's good to have the template. It makes the job much easier, and it's always there for you when you need it. So that's that. Now we're gonna attach the front of the card, which is this piece, and this piece is exactly the same size than the front. So it goes from there to there. I love it. It's so pretty, this paper. Very, very pretty. Now, this is nice for a friend, a mom, sister, but I have made one for a man, and I'll show you at the end of the video the one that I did for the man in your life or your son. Okay, so that's that. See, it's already look like a book, isn't it? So cute. All right, so that's that. Now, for the hinges, I use, remember, I cut them already, so we save on time. And I haven't trimmed them or anything, just to show you what I'll do. See, that's the top of the cage. So what I do, of course, we're not gonna have all these pointy beads. So I just cut these pointy beads out. So I got one, and then the next one, I just take all those beads out. And then those tiny little beads, I have 2 of those. There. So this, I'm going to glue it on top of that. And I'll show you the difference. It just makes it look more like a hinge just by adding this tiny little thing. So put a bit of glue on it. I'll show you one and the other. Let me trim it first, get rid of all those little bits. Okay, so that and that. See the difference? See, this one looks like a hinge because we add that little extra bit on top of that. Okay, so that's one. Just taking the little extra step, I think it just makes a lot of difference, all those details. And now this one goes on top of this one. Oop, oop. So tiny, little bit fiddly, but not too bad. I think it is slippery because of the gold. Makes it slippery. Okay, so that's done. Now we're gonna attach them here, but before I attach this, let me see where I want it, because we have this frame that I cut before, and I'm gonna put this frame here. So maybe I attach my frame first before I do. Now you can put it on dimensions if you want, but I'm gonna keep it flat. I think there, in the middle of my book, so it looks like a how do you call it, a gardener's book. And now I can see where I want my hinges. I think it's easier if we put always sort of do maybe your centerpiece first before you add your hinges, because then they're gonna be in the right place. So that's one, and now I add the other one. About the same. It's about 3/4 of an inch. Here, just like that. And now, remember, there's corners. Let me show you. There's these corners here, that and that. So I use this one because it's got all these little florals in it. See how it's got all these? So I'm gonna use them. So I'm gonna put corners in my book because, to protect the pages and the corners of the book. So I'll open to make sure that it's right in the corner. And the other one. Super simple, quick card, but I think it just looks really, really cute and different. And you can embellish as much or as little as you want. Okay, now we have the centerpiece here. So we will put the centerpiece here, and you know what I should have done? I should have put maybe a little bit of gold around there. Yeah, I wonder if I can still do that. Let's see if I can. I got this. What's this called? This is called luster polish. I wonder if I can still use it. What about if we try? Let's try. What can I use? Let me see. What can I use? Maybe. Hold on. Let me find a stick and come back. Okay. I think I'm gonna use this. It's an old one that I have and it's dry. And I thought I'm just gonna use a little bit of gold and just do the edge of my frame, the inside. Should have done this earlier, but I forgot. But I think because it makes it look nice, I think. So we're just gonna add a little bit of gold on the edge, just a tiny little bit. And I think that will give it a nice look to the frame. I just add. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna put the paper on top. I just want just a little tiny bit, not too much. Not too much. Yeah, that's it. I'm happy with that one. Now I will write all the let me clean this on a wet one. Okay, put this on the glue. Okay, so that is that. Now I also have cut two of these little swirly thing, which I got it from here. See here, from the birds, and I'm gonna glue them in there. So I just hold this and put a tiny tiniest little bit of glue on this, and I'm gonna put it on the top and the bottom. One there, and just a tiny little bit of glue, not too much. It's gonna go the same way, so this way. There, it looks cute. Now we're gonna add this piece to the middle. Make sure that there's no gold on this. We don't want gold on this. So you can still see that fraction of gold. And then I'm gonna do some stamping. And I'm going to be using this stamp and this stamp. So there's that one. And because I want two colors, I'm gonna be using my markers. So I'm using the all olive and the rich raspberry. Because I want the two tones on the flower. So when you're doing this, make sure that you don't use the tip. You always use the middle, like that. Because if you use it like this, you can damage the tip of your marker, and then it's not good. You'll damage your tools. So we do the flowers first. I'm using the side of my brush. So I'm just coloring my flower. So flower first. There we go, I think I've done that. And then with the all olive, we do the leaves. Yep, just like that. And now we have just to put moisture on the ink. And there's the flower. Okay, and then we're gonna fussy cut it, which I done one before, just so we don't waste any time. So that's that. And on the inside, this is gonna be the inside of my card. I'm gonna do the nice little rose. And I thought for this one, we'll use, I think, what color do we have here? It looks like, maybe we use Blushing Bright, or, what can we use? Oh, well, we can use this one. What's this? This is Polish Pink. Let's use Polish Pink, because it's just there in front of me. Polish Pink and all olive for the leaves. And we put a little bit of moisture on it, and I'm gonna stamp here. And there's the pink rose. Okay. Oh, maybe there's a bit. Oh no, when it dries softer. Okay, so now we've done that. Now I'm gonna attach this here, and I'm gonna stamp hello in here in rich raspberry. And the hello, I got it from the Hello Ladybug, the little hello. I have some dimensions on the back of this. Because I think I'm not gonna add any sentiments on the back because I don't know who I'm gonna give it to or for what occasion. So what I do is I just put hello, and then inside you can always, you know, add like hello friend, hello, missing you, or whatever, however you need it for that specific occasion. Just adding a couple of little, okay, so that's enough. Get rid of all the backing of the, it come off? Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna add my flower. How do we, am I gonna, I think just here in the middle like this. Just like that. I think that looks super pretty, like a book. And then we open it and we're gonna add the page. And again, because it's got this here and we got the template, love this template, we want the 3/4. So I'm gonna line it up again. See, it's very useful when you're cutting angles. And now when we attach it here, it fits perfectly. So let's attach this. It's the inside of my book. And then the last step, you can see it, I mean, you can see the ripples, but I want to make sure that they show a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a dover, one of these hard dovers. They're super hard, so they're perfect for this. Let me get a piece of paper because I don't want to dirty mine. And I add color. Make sure that there's not too much color. There. Now you can see it. So it looks like the pages. Like this, clean this up so you can see a bit better. Get rid of this. And let's have a look at the other samples. So I hope you really like this card. It's a little bit different and it looks like a book, doesn't it? So I done this design for this one. Now you can change and you can decorate the book the way that you like. This one I done it all like that. This one here I add the extra piece of cardstock and put my hinges on that. So just to give it a different look. And I make the circle and I add the gold and I done it with my finger. So you can see it looks so much better than that. But it's still, I wanted just to see a little bit of the gold. I think that makes it look more pretty. So there's that and that. And then I done one for him. And that's what I done for the man. And I use, he's the man with all the stickers that comes with it. And on this one I add 4 corners. And I did like a cluster of the stickers. And then inside, when you open it, I don't know if you notice here, see it looks like a bookmark. So when you open it, it's like it's being into the bookmark. So when you open it like this, it's being in the bookmark. So in here you can write your sentiment. And this is also from He's the Man. So you can decorate your book how you like. You can make it small or large. That's why I have done the 1/2 inch in case I wanted to make a smaller card. Then of course you wouldn't do the 3/4 inch corner. You will use the smaller corner. So I hope you give this for a try. And I hope I put, what I do is I take photos and I put all the photos in my blog and all the measurements and details in product list. So if you need any of the products and you don't have a demonstrator, I would love it if you shop with me. So see you on the next video, and bye for now.